Teats, I'm going to start with you. We're going to switch over to PrizePicks.
Well, let me tell you, I've got some really fun ones today because this is not going to be a fun game to watch. So if we're watching bad football, let's look for some props that can be fun with it. So let's start with probably the easy one. Let's go with receptions. I think Travis Etienne is going to catch more than 2 passes in this game.
Dang, that's low.
When you have the weather that you're going to be playing in, Trevor Lawrence has been slinging down the field, but with the Jets defense, they're going to be collapsing on him. Zay Jones and Christian Kirk are going to be captured up pretty easy in the secondary. Who else are they going to throw to besides Etienne? I think that I'm looking for him to have 3 catches. Do what you want with that. I don't know if he's going to get 30 yards or if he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and only get 10 out of those 3 catches. But I think that in this game, there's going to be a lot of checkdowns. Here's the fun prop here. Let's go over to punts. And I'm taking Braden Mann over 4.5 punts.
Yes.
You know what? Bad weather. There's going to be lots of bad football played. He's going to have some punts. As you can see, he's hit this mark 3 of the last 5 games. But I want to note that the 6 against Detroit and the 10 against New England, who did he have under center?
Oh, that was
not White, Wilson, right?
Yes. Yes,
Wilson's
Zach Wilson
and Mike White's in the red.
Yeah. So I think that with Zach Wilson, if he can get back to what he did against Buffalo, the first game that they played, where it was all just super quick, slants and outs, like he has the ball for maybe 2 seconds. He gets 1 or 2 reads and he throws it. This won't hit because that would also then mean that the Jets would probably win. But he has no confidence. He does not look like a great quarterback or even the number 2 draft pick that he was. And in this type of weather, I think that they're going to be relying on the run more. And I think that Braden Mann's definitely going to find himself on the field at least 5 times in this game.
I've never seen anyone look like a punter more than Braden Mann.
But Teats, I love that pick. And Trey, I'm going to stick with it right here. I'm going to take that as well. I liked everything Teats said about it. I didn't have it written down, but I'm going to team ride with Teats, and hopefully you team ride. We'll make that a team ride tonight. But over 4.5 points, I just the game's going to be ugly, bad weather, so I think that's going to hit easily. My other prop's going to be Zonovan Knight over 16.5 rushing yards. Like I said, bad weather for this game, rain and wind in the forecast. Jets have a very solid defense, so I'm nervous to take a Jaguars prop. Jags have a decent run defense, ranking 16th, but with the bad weather and Zach Wilson back at quarterback, I just think the Jets will run the ball a lot on Thursday night. So I'm going to take Zonovan Knight's over rushing yards in this game. Trey?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Knight as well. I've heard a pretty cool nickname for him. People have started to call him Bam Knight. So it's impossible to go against Bam Knight, but I'm going to go with fantasy points. If you play fantasy football, you know that this is the semifinals for the fantasy football championships. You need to push through, make it to the championship. So I'm going to give out 2 fantasy props today. So if you got any fantasy football lovers out there, I'm sure you guys will enjoy this. I'm going to go over on Bam Knight's 11 fantasy points. He's been dominating since he's taken over the starting role, and he's hit the over in this number in every game besides his last game. If you look at it, they love Bam Knight, and they love giving him the ball out of the backfield. They love giving the ball in the screen game. So I love this 11 fantasy point for Bam Knight. And like everybody said, it's going to be a pretty knock him down, drag him out game. It's not going to be high scoring. So in my opinion, if Knight can even get into the end zone, this is going to be an easy prop to hit. And then my last one is going to be Travis Etienne over 12.5 fantasy points. And I will say this, I loved both of Teats' prop. I was thinking about just hammering both of them, but I was like, nah, I can't give out 4 props. But if I would say hammer Teats' props because I love both of them. But Travis Etienne over 12.5 fantasy points. I think this is pretty low for him as well. Etienne has struggled to find running room here lately, as you can see, but he did hit the over in his last game against the Cowboys. And like Teats said, they love to give him the ball in the backfield. They sometimes throw him some passes, and I think that they are going to get him pretty heavily involved in this, bad weather game. So I love the Travis Etienne over 12.5 fantasy points and Bam Knight over 11 fantasy points. I think both of them should be locks for how ugly that this game's going to be. They both should see easily 20 touches tonight.
Yeah, forecast calls for an ugly game, but we're still going to try to make some money off of it tonight for you guys. But that'll do it for our NFL player props and prediction for this week, Thursday night football matchup. you guys enjoy the content, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel below. We will see you guys next video, and thanks for watching.